Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. It didn't happen with technology this evening. We were here on time, but it just didn't happen. Some of you might have gotten it showing something like 16th of August. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sure people have sort of maybe given up on the show or something. Can people see me and hear me, please? Can someone confirm for me, please? Good evening, everyone. Ashokwe, they can't see my face. I'm not showing. Ashokwe, they can't see my face. It's not showing on my phone. Even the link you are saying that I shared that is wrong, is still showing 16th of August. I'm just going to forget about it. I've lost my train of thought. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to end it tonight. Sorry, if you are watching the show, I'm really sorry. I don't know. There's too many links now. I've got like 3 on my phone. I don't know which one is working. I really don't know. I can't be bothered tonight anymore. I'm sorry. We'll just talk about something else for 30 minutes. I can't do the main show for 30 minutes that I was going to do. And I don't think everybody has the link. So some people don't have the link. I'm trying to like copy the new link and send it out, but I am struggling. Some people are saying they've pressed some. I don't really know what to do now. That's the one I'm trying to send out now. All right, there's 9 people online. If you're online, thank you. Sorry for everything. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. Dr. F.H. is here. Thank you, my darling sister. Okay, thank you, Reverend Lawrence. Thank you, Sister Ade. Thank you, Sister Doris. You know, with technology, you can never really tell. And, you know, I feel sorry because the poor the poor lad is trying to help me, my son Ashokpe, but it just goes wrong. So I really don't know the solution with the technology thing to do. It's sort of happening more and more often. I have no idea how to use technology myself, so I can't blame anybody because me, I don't even know what to do myself. So what are we going to do? Sorry? Yeah, I'm trying. I'm still trying to send the link out to people. All right, we've got 23 people watching. I'm just going to go for it. Anything I say, I just leave it like that. So basically, thank you everyone. Sorry about the misunderstanding or the lateness. We still give God the glory. We are still here. What can we do? Life goes on. So about 3 weeks ago, I started a series on titled "I'm Alone. What Next?" And the whole idea of this series was to sort of support people who might find themselves alone for one reason or the other, maybe through separation from their spouse or through divorce or through bereavement. And then you're so confused, you're so let down, you know, you don't really know what to do. And that was what the first episode. Thank you. I have a lot of people in the studio who came to support me. Sister Chioma, Sister Ifoma, Ashokbe. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the studio to support me. So basically, I was talking about being let down in a relationship and how you move on when you just find yourself alone, you know, through no fault of yours, or maybe through fault of yours, or maybe through agreement. You both agree that it's not working, or your loved one passes away. But you know, sometimes we struggle when that happens. Some people don't, but some people do. And it can be a very painful experience. So we talked about that 3 weeks ago. And then 2 weeks ago, we talked about the fact that you have to have your own individuality. You have to study yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to go to the University of Self and know who you are, know what you like, know why you make the decisions you make. For example, we talked about the fact that what you go through that shapes you, your upbringing, your childhood experiences, your past hurts, your disappointments, your happy times, all of those things sort of tend to shape you and affect the way you make a decision. They will have an impact on decisions you make in your life. And you find out that that's why sometimes people don't understand who they are, and then they then get into wrong relationships. So we talked about that 2 weeks ago. And then last week, we talked about after you know yourself, you then have to have a focus, a purpose in life. What do you really, really want to do with your life? And we talked about purpose at length, that, you know, God did not just have time to just make nobody. Each and every given one of us, we have a purpose, we have gifts, we have talents. And, you know, you need to sort of know what you are made for on earth. Why are you here? And you find out that we miss it. We think that relationship fills the blanks in our lives. But actually, purpose is what fills the blanks in our lives. When you know your purpose, you won't be so bothered about not having a man. I gave myself as an example that I used to feel I'm not complete. I used to think, oh, until a woman is under a man, you have a man, you are Mrs. Somebody, and you know, you have that home. But you know what? Life doesn't, you know, work that way for every single one of us. We all have our journeys are all different. And then I found out that I am actually complete. I don't need a man to complete me. I'm already whole and complete. I need a man to complement me and not complete me. And many of us make that mistake, and we find out that you can't stay alone. There are some people that cannot stay alone. They don't enjoy their own company. They don't know what to do with themselves. They can't stay in their own space. They're always looking for something. They're always going out, looking for validation, looking for people to appreciate them. And, you know, when you're going through this path of being alone and understanding yourself and finding purpose, you have to have little things that would distract you, that would help you to stay focused. So it's important that you know what you like and what you enjoy doing, because in that moment when that pain comes and when that feelings come, you have to pick me ups up to help you to distract yourself. So today I was going to talk about it was going to be the last session, and then next week we're meant to have a question and answer session. I think I've only got one question. I haven't got any questions for next week yet, but I have got a lot of feedback. People have said they've enjoyed the series, and like I always say, it might not be for you, it might not pertain to you, but you can always use the knowledge that you received from the series to help someone else. You know, we all have our circles of friends, church members, colleagues at work, family members, our children, our siblings, and we can always use these ideas and this, knowledge to help other people. So what I was going to do today was sort of go on from there, and I don't know how far I can go in 30 minutes, but I will try since I've got people watching. I think the first thing I would like to say is do not waste your time. Do not waste your time. When you know yourself and you know what you want, you find out that when you see a man or a woman, as the case may be, that is not for you, you find out that, oh, Sister Talks is online today. Grandma is online. Uncle Laoye is online. Sister Efiomo is online. Mr. Kuka is online. Oh, shout out to my baby of our family, Egbeho Irobe. First time I'm seeing him online. On the day I'm not starting on time. That's my baby, the last born of our family. So my mom's last born, my first born. If you will accept that I'm his new mom, but you will tell me no. But Egbe, I love you, I miss you. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sister Adebayo Tolani. I don't know who that is, but thank you for joining me, Sister Tolani. Big Sister Lara, thank you. Sister Priye, God bless you. Darling Sophie, God bless you. Oh, my lovely sister Oshinowa, my sister Enowa from Ireland, God bless you. Uncle Razak, you're welcome, God bless you. Visible Collection, my darling Amanda, God bless you for all your beautiful hair. The people that make us beautiful with our nice wigs. That's my darling Visible Collection. My big sis, Mrs. Odesonya, thank you very, very much for joining. My other beautiful sis, Sister Eki, thank you for joining. My mom, thank you for joining. Sister Chichi, Sister Jane, Sister Buki from Nigeria, thank you for joining. Sister Talks. So because of time, I'm not going to be able to appreciate everybody and read out comments. So the first problem is that many people cannot stay alone. You are itching. You want a man by your side. You want a woman by your side. It's natural. God made us that way. Human beings, we are social people. We have to interact. We want someone to love us. We want someone to appreciate us. But there's a time for staying alone. There's a time you need to reflect and think about where you're coming from. Think about where you are now and think about where you want to go. So do not waste time when you find the wrong person. So know who you are as a woman or as a man. If you don't know who you are, you're not going to know who you should be with and who you should not be with. So when you meet that person that comes your way and it doesn't tick the boxes of what you should be with, you don't need to waste your time and, form a relationship. You can form a friendship, you can keep contact, you can keep social, colleagues, social, interaction between them. But that relationship, that going into a relationship, I will not advise that you form that. That is why I cannot overemphasize it about mastering your individuality so that you will get coupling right. For you to be a couple with someone, you have to master your individuality. People assume wrongly that when they're going to marriage, they are not going to be lonely anymore. To a very large extent, it's not true. People also assume that they're going to find their happiness in marriage, in being a mom, in all these kind of things. But actually, it's not true. Because you cannot make anybody else happy, and nobody else can make you happy. And that's just the reality of life. You cannot make anybody happy. You cannot make anybody happy. Don't put your happiness in somebody else's hand. Then when you are going through this part, it's good to seek advice, have mentors, have people around you that you can speak to, that can encourage you, that can, give you advice. And the one I find really difficult is what I was discussing with one of my close friends today. You find out that sometimes you get married to somebody or you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't grow together. So one person sort of grows, evolves, matures, develops socially, career-wise, goes back to school and stuff like that. And the other person does not. So suddenly you are no more matched for each other. And then it begins to cause friction because sometimes your spouse starts seeing you as maybe, competing with them. And it always most times happens with the woman. The woman marries the man and she has babies and suddenly she doesn't have anything to do. And she decides to go and get, another degree or go back to school. And suddenly she's seen things that she did not know before. Because the thing about going to work or going to school is that it's not only about the money. It's not only about the bursary that are going to pay you because you're doing nothing. And when you go to work, it's not only about, your salary. It's about exposure. You meet people. It's about information. You hear things. It's about knowledge. You understand things. It's about wisdom. You're able to make better decisions. You're able to critically think about things. So there's a lot of things involved. So that's why if you are married, it's very important that you carry your spouse along with you. As you develop, your spouse develops so that there will be no difference. So when you are looking for a better half, don't think about how you are now, because remember, at the stage we are now, you have studied yourself, you know what you want. So you need to think about your goals, how you're going to evolve in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And this person you want to date now, you have to sort of think about if that person can evolve with you. Can that person match your new you in 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years time? Will they still be able to, be at par with you as your spouse? So, be mindful of that. And also stop putting yourself to people that are not enough for you. So I want to give an example about parking space. You know you're going to be great. If this person cannot accommodate your greatness, don't go there. Remember, you cannot change what has happened with your spouse. You have to move on. But you cannot afford to make another mistake. You cannot afford to marry somebody else or go into another relationship and make another mistake. So there's no hurry here. Take your time. You need to build a solid foundation. So what I think happens is that sometimes you are looking for a new person. You know that the person you are currently with is not good for you. But some people struggle with ending the relationship. They want to hold on to Peter and still be dating Peter, but be telling people that I'm available and people are still asking them out. Then when they now meet Paul, before they now end the relationship with Peter. Guys, it doesn't work that way. If you are in a relationship and you believe it is not working and you've tried everything, it's best to end it. Close that door and heal before you try to, to get into a relationship with somebody else. Yeah. So before you try to get into a relationship with someone else, try to, close all other relationship. Yesterday, my sister talked about bringing your baggage from your old relationship to your new relationship on the Chichi Zubi Anything Goes show at 5 o'clock yesterday. And many people do that. They don't heal from before. And the kind of way to know that, the time you need to heal, the longer you are in a relationship, the longer it will take you to heal when that relationship ends. And that is subject to everyone. Some people might heal faster. Some people might not heal as fast as other people. And mind you, some marriages or relationships have actually ended before they separate. So you might have separated 3 months ago, but the marriage ended 5 years ago, but we were just still cohabiting. So be mindful of that. Other people, they look for a new person, but the old one is still around. So similar to what I've already said, they are carrying all this baggage. The person is so involved in their life. Basically, they should only be involved with your life as far as it comes with the kids. When there's no kids involved, block them, delete them, forget them. Go your way, let them go their way, leave them. What has happened has happened. You cannot change history, but you can do something about your life from now on. Leave them. The only time you should be communicating with them is if there are children involved, so that the children do not suffer. And you both have to find a way to co-parent for the sake of these lovely, lovely kids. So I was talking to you about the parking space example. So you know the disabled bay, for us that live in the diaspora, you know we have this when you go to like the shopping malls or like the supermarkets, or even in my work, in my place where, you know, hospital, we have what we call the parking bays that are exclusively left for a disabled person. What that means is that if a car comes that is not having a disabled badge and parks in a disabled parking space, that person is subject to a ticket. You will get a fine for parking in the disabled space. What most of us do in our life is that we allow anybody to park in our space. Anybody. Why don't you just see your life as a parking space and see yourself just like that disabled parking space? This is me. This is who I am. And don't just allow anybody to come and park in your space. Enjoy your space. Enjoy your individuality. Accept yourself. Validate yourself. Seek your love for yourself. And don't just allow anybody to just come in every Tom, Dick, Harry, everybody's just coming to ask you out. This is not only for women, it's for men and women. And men, don't go asking anybody on skirts just because you want someone to say hello to you, someone to talk to you, and that. Take your time. I know that this is not for only women, but I learned something, that there are 3 types of people. I normally relate this to men, but I'm going to relate it to everyone, men and women. So there's what we call a pimp. I'm sure most of us know what a pimp is. A pimp is someone that will pimp another person, use them, torment them, force them to do things they don't want to do, abuse them, you know, belittle them, disrespect them. A pimp will, you know, want you to go and work and bring all your money home. A pimp will not want to respect you in public. A pimp will put you down. That is a pimp. There are some people like that, both women and men. They are pimps. Then there's another group of people that I call wimps. These wimps, anything goes with them. They don't have a mind. You know, you're the one who is controlling them. In my country, we call them mumu. You know what they call mumu? Please ask Google to tell you what mumu is. We call them mumu. They cannot make up their mind. Anything goes. And there are many people like that, both female and men. I mean, both female and males. But there are a category of people that are queens and kings. And if you feel you are a queen, you need to work yourself to be a queen, and then you will attract a king. And if you feel you are a king, you are not a wimp or a pimp, you need to behave like a king, and then you will attract a queen. So you have to be careful of the kind of people you allow into your life just because you want to be Mrs. Somebody or because you want to have a wife in your house. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So the other thing I'm going to say is about outward appearance. Don't get carried away. You know, don't get married on Christmas Day. Don't choose a wife on Christmas Day. Go and choose them very early in the morning or when they've come out from swimming. Even men are wearing makeup now. They are covering their belly. They are doing all these things. It's happening. The world is so deceptive. You cannot even tell good from bad anymore. You cannot even tell what is real and what is fake. You see women, you don't know if they are black, you don't know if they are yellow. You see somebody, you don't know, not yellow, if they are light in complexion. Let me not speak Nigerian English. You see people, you don't know if they are a shim, a he, or a she. Some people look like a shim. Do you know what is a shim? Combination of he and she. You are not even sure. Men and women, they all wear earring. Men and women, they are wearing wig. Men and women, they are all plaiting their hair. You don't even know. So what you want to do is, remember we talked about dating. And we said that there are two types of dating. When you meet somebody, you're just dating. You're just getting to know one another. You have not committed to a relationship. That is the stage where you have to begin to gather your data. Fact-finding. Ask relevant questions. Get to know them. Look at what they like against what you like. Does it match up? Do you have similar interests? What are their future plans? That is what you should be talking about. Not how much do you earn. What car do you drive? What else? All those kind of outward things. You need to look for substance and potential, and not the outward appearance. Not what this body is just a body. You need to look for the content. What is inside the brain? What does the person have? How intellectual is the person? What can they give? Can they pay your bills with you? Do they work? Very important. So, detach yourself from people and their emotions. If you want to date, don't get emotionally tied to people. And this is why it's not good to start having sex immediately you meet somebody, because you will become emotionally tied to that person. And once you're emotionally tied, you will not be able to make right decisions. So you need to have your head, if you want to, you might want to have sex and play about if that's your goal. But if you want to go into a new relationship and you want to be a queen or a king, and you want to attract a queen and a king, try to detach yourself from emotions. You cannot make them happy, remember, and they cannot make you happy. Try to have a life outside of them. Because when you get married, it's not going to solve your loneliness problem. He's still going to go out with the boys. You are still going to go out to the hairdresser alone. You are not attached to the, even twins have separate life. My twins, I have twins. I said happy birthday to them last week. They are very different. And they are twins. One of them is very creative. She can, draw, paint. The other one is very logical. She likes maths, English, sequence, in order. So even twins are not the same. So don't expect you and your husband to be the same. What you need is to have similar qualities, similar likes, similar ideas, similar goals that will help you both to complement one another and build a great future, build an empire. You are not competing with that person. That person is not there to complete you. That person is not there to fill any gap. You have to work on yourself and fill all your gaps before that person comes to your way. Don't think that anybody you meet is going to fill your gaps. You have to fill your gaps yourself. You have to make you happen. You have to make the change. The change you want to see, you have to be the change. And this applies to people who are already in their husband's house. You're always complaining, it's about him, it's him, it's him, it's him. Sometimes you have to have self-examination and see the part that you are playing and where it's going wrong. Don't always think that your spouse is the one that is right, the one that is wrong, and you are always right. So, I know you know what you want in your man. I know you know what you want in your woman. I'm not going to go around and give you a list of what you should be looking out for. But I'm just going to mention a few that I think are very important. And the first one for me is somebody who is God-fearing. If the person doesn't fear God, doesn't know about God, I don't see how they're going to love you, because God is love and love is God. They don't understand, marriage is an institution ordained by God, full stop, as far as I'm concerned. Worldly marriages, people who are not Christians, their marriage work. And I hope that you know that you don't need Jesus Christ to be successful on earth. You don't. You don't. People that are out there, they are successful. We have millionaires who are not born again. We have people who are, having good professions, good careers, doing very, very well in life who are not born again. So you don't need to be born again to live on earth. But you need to be born again to live a right life on earth and to make heaven. I'm not a pastor, but I'm just saying that for you to find a man that will stay, that will love you, that will respect you, for you to find a woman that has a good head on, that has what they call wife material, you need to make sure that person is God-fearing. They wouldn't cheat on you, not because they overlove you or because you are so special. No. They won't cheat on you because they fear God. They won't hurt you because they fear God. They won't steal your money. They won't do things that are wrong because they fear God. You know how many pretty women are out there? Do you know how many handsome men are out there? Do you know how many men are 6 foot tall? How many men have 6-pack? How many men have money in their pockets? But do you know what they are? You don't. Until you go in with them, you think that seeing this person, you know. Anyway, saying that, me, I'm working on myself, and I've lost weight. And my skin is looking good. My belly is going down. Look. Come and buy Juice Plus, oh. The secret is Juice Plus. I'm using it. Oh, I'm showing you my belly. No, I don't want to show you my belly. The secret is Juice Plus. I'm using a product called Juice Plus. If you want to know more, contact me after the show and I will tell you about Juice Plus. So yes, you want somebody who will respect you. Someone who will, you know, who will be your friend, who will make you laugh. Because when the troubles come in marriage, when the troubles come in relationship, you fall back on friendship. When you are friends, first of all, you can make each other laugh. You know, my parents in the Lord, when they finish saying what they want to say, like you tell your man that, your guy, you know, they will say, my own day, my body, and they will laugh about it. You can make fun, you can make jokes, you can be happy together. Be somebody who can be your friend. You don't want somebody that will lord over you. The other way I like to describe people are, do you want a crown or do you want a clown? Some men and some women, they are just clowns. If you want a crown, you don't want to go for a clown. So when I'm talking about someone that can make you laugh and being funny, I don't mean the clown of the party, the kind of husband that you will go out with and he will be, you know, he will be the one that everybody will be looking at. I'll see that man and making fun of him. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about together, yourselves. You make each other happy, each other smile. Not the man that wants to make all the girls in Gillingham smile. Not that kind of man. That's a clown. Yeah? Then you need somebody that wants to treat you well, respects your views, respects your opinion, you know, wants to support your goals, wants to support your ministry, wants to support your purpose. Remember your purpose that you found out. Wants you to develop. Somebody like that wants to treat you well. Not someone that will put you down or will always say negative things about you. Like me now, if I have a man that I'm dating and then after my show, I'm saying, oh dear, how do you think, what was the show? You just be saying negative things. Look at you. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You give criticisms that are positive and you give it in love to your spouse or to your loved one. You don't put them down. You help them. You notice that they are not, maybe their mouth is not smelling fresh today, or the lady's hair is not nice. You know, you support, you help. You don't put your loved ones down. So you need somebody that is going to be your friend and be open and criticize you positively. For me, this is for me. Me, I need somebody that is open and transparent. I don't believe in that phone nonsense business that you hide your salary, you hide your phone, you password your phone with 300 password, don't pick my phone, and all these things going on. 1 + 1 is 1 in marriage. You don't have any reason to pick your guy's phone. You don't have any reason to pick your lady's phone. So I'm not saying that once his phone rings, be picking it and be checking his phone. But I'm saying that there should be an element of transparency. I see my pastor, he might be talking to me, for example, and his phone is ringing. And my pastor's phone actually has a cover. It's not like my phone that is open in the front. It has a cover. So without even knowing who is calling, he's counseling me. He will be, mom, take the phone. Without even know who is calling. That is what I mean. Transparency. Not the one you will first of all check and you will save the name of the person as Bola Home Mechanic. Or you save Pastor 2, Pastor Oshodi. Or Woli Oshogbo. And be coding names and be coding things. I mean, we have only one life to live. Let's make this life happy. Let's make it worthwhile. Why do we do things like that anyway? Because the girl that you think is better than the one you put at home, trust me, she ain't better. Until you live with them and know them, you'll be surprised that that magic that is calling you outside, you see them in club, they are dancing, they are doing. I saw an uncle this week, or was it last week, one uncle that came from Nigeria, and he told me that he's head of women. You know, you meet a fine girl in the club, you start dating the girl, you go out with the girl, and one day the girl comes to your house, spends the night, and in the morning you see a monster on your bed. You are wondering, who are you? He said it happened to his friend, and his friend was actually asking the lady, who are you? Where did you come from? And the girl is like, it's me now, Stella, from last night. You, Stella. You will meet the wig in one place. You will meet the boobs. They will remove the boobs thing. They even wear bum now. They wear bum now. You will meet the girl in another place. Then all the earrings, the makeup would have gone. They don't have lashes. They don't have eyebrows. They don't have a big lips. All the things that attracted you in the club is all fake. And likewise men. So let's be careful. So like I said, for me, openness, transparency, unity, oneness is very, very important in a relationship. When you are dating a man and you go out with him, you need to spend time together. Then you will know. The woman's phone will be ringing continuously. People are calling her. You would little telltale signs. We shouldn't ignore those red flags. You would know. You would definitely know. But many of us, we choose to ignore it because we feel that, oh, I'm 45, I'm not married, I need to marry, my junior ones are all married, your aunties, mommies, daddies, the church, the culture, society, everybody's putting pressure on you. And then you feel you are so, you feel so, you just want to do this marriage of a thing. And then you see the red flags, but you choose to ignore the red flags. For me, I need a man who is generous. I'm generous. If I'm going to super drug to buy perfume for myself, I will buy for him too. I don't need a stingy cocoa, a cheap steak. I'm not advertising myself. I'm just talking generally. For both men and women. Even as a woman, you don't want a man to do everything for you. You're on your period. Or guy, I need pad. You want to go to the salon. Or guy, I need money for hairdresser. You to do something for yourself. Men told me that they don't want a woman who is a liability. Gone are the days where they will say, don't buy a new car, oh, men will run from you. Don't go and do your masters, oh, men will run from you. You are not married, you want to buy house. You won't see husband, oh. I'm telling you guys, gone are the days. Men, they want women who are powerful, who are great. Gone are the days. So don't start waiting for a man before you do what you need to do for you. Go and do that PhD. Go and do that master's. Go and be who you want to be. Your goal. Go for it. And that man that is for you will meet you in your goal and will support you and elevate you and you will evolve together. So trust me, men don't want a liability anymore. So the person needs to be generous. It goes both ways. I have my money, you have your money. If we're in a relationship, you want a BM, I want a Mercedes. Both cars are 10,000 pounds. I can save 1,000 pounds a month. It will take me 10 months to buy my car. You will also take 10 months to buy your car. So in 20 months before we both have a car, isn't it, in 10 months? But if we are working together, we can do both in 10 months. So we can buy yours first, save again and buy mine. We do things together. We're not competing. You understand? Then I always like to say about this, the basics is very important. They should have a job. The basics. Sorry to use a Bible example. That's the only example I can think of at the moment. Adam, he was walking when God made him. He had relationship with God. The Bible said they used to walk in the garden together. God gave him a job. He was naming all the animals. He was farming. He had things to do. It was when he was, finished before God now said he will bring a woman that is a help. A woman is your help. You get me? So when you are a man, you say you want to marry and you cannot take care of the babe. It's your ultimate responsibility to be able to take care of the babe. So for me, the basics are very important. That's why there's a place of knowing yourself and growing and focusing on that and not focusing on trying to get a babe or trying to get a guy. So look for potentials. So I want to balance that out. We're in the COVID period. There are some people that work hard, but genuinely now, because of this pandemic lockdown, they don't have a job. I'm not talking about those kind of people. You will know a lazy man. You will know a lazy woman. I'm talking that one might just be going through a phase where they've lost their job or, there's something happening because of the situation. So look at potentials. Look at potentials. So don't say, Lady Edith said that if a man doesn't have a job, don't go for him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you look for potential. Sorry, if you call just now, can you call again? Although the time is fast spent. So I don't think we can take any calls. So finally, we need questions for next week. I'm not going to repeat this show next week. I'll just let it go. Send your questions to my phone, and we will handle it anonymously. How do you pronounce that word? Anonymously. Just like today at work, they were saying there was one word I couldn't pronounce the word. Anonymously. That's it. Thank you. I'm trying to remember the word they were saying at work today. When you say the first thing, the initial thing that you do, but another big word they used, I couldn't pronounce the word. It was so funny. So anonymously, we don't want to call your name. Just send your questions anonymously to us. You can ask a question on behalf of others. Maybe you've heard something, you've seen something, there's something on your mind, you know. We want to help you. You know, send your question based on your concerns, or based on what you've noticed in others, or what is happening in your life, what is happening in your relationship, maybe about your sister, your brother, something you've noticed at church. You might even be in a broken relationship now, and you feel you are alone. Remember, we're talking about what to do when you are alone. And we want to help you. We won't use your name. We won't call your name. We will handle our questions with with secrecy. We will, if you tell us your story, we will sort of change it. So say you said that your name is Stella, you live in Gillingham. We can change it to say that your name is Rose, you live in Peckham. You get my point? So we will keep all your identity confidential. And then the whole idea is to help people. And then we will be able to signpost to you. We have a lot of sister charities that are doing great things that can support people. So for example, I have a sister who has a charity that supports people going through domestic violence, and it's called Tama Support Unit. So we can support you, we can signpost you, we can help you. There are many ministries out there. There's Abigail Ministries, there's Women of Faith. I have so many ministries out there, people who are actually doing things to help you. So it's not just about asking the questions, but it's about seeing how we can support you, send you for counseling. And like, you know, I'm a therapist. I can see what I can do for you. So for example, today I got a call from somebody in Africa who was concerned about her friend in America. So the friend has sent her a text to say that this might be my last communication with you. I don't think I can live anymore. So that person has told the person, you know, they're going to talk to me. So tonight I'm going to call this lady in America and try and cheer her up and try and make her have self-worth and value. No one needs to feel so low that you want to end your life. It's not worth it. There's so many beautiful things to live on life. So many beautiful things to enjoy in life. Don't think that because your relationship is over, you're going to die, or you can never make it, or that's the end. It feels like that, but trust me, there is a bright, shining light at the end of the tunnel. That deep, dark hole you find yourself in, as you begin to rise out of that hole, you will find that you are able to fly. You find out that you're able to make it. You find out that life is not as bad as you thought. You even think back and say, what did I ever see in that person that left me? That's, you know, it happens. You will see the person and you'll be wondering, so one time I loved this person. So it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to deal with what has happened. So please, guys, let's be encouraged. So if you have any questions, please send it to us on my mobile number, or on the CTRIM mobile number on the, you know, that you can see on the screen, and or my WhatsApp or my email, whatever way you want to contact me. If you have a story you want us to share and ask people to give you contributions, please feel free to do so. And like we said, all is done in confidentiality. So let's quickly see if we have any questions or anything. You know what? I'm actually so happy that there's somebody that that I really want to shout out to. And his name is Ataka. I'm not going to call his full name. I'm just going to call him Ataka. His full name is Umutaka, but I won't tell you his surname. He said to me, he said, when I said about the link is wrong, he said, anything for you, darling. I don't believe in God, but I believe in you. Thank God that somebody believes in me. So shout out to my good friend Ataka. Shout out to Mr. Badmos, Tony Badmos, my good friend from years and years ago. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Thank you to my bae, Mrs. Wanka, my bae of life. Thank you so much. My other good friend, Mrs. Balogu Titi, Nigeria, thank you. My darling sister Lizzie, queen, the queen herself. That woman is a queen. That woman is a high flyer. She's a go-getter. Thank you so much. My beautiful junior sister, Mrs. Balogun. This one is Priye Balogun. Thank you. And for those of you that don't know, I actually have 4 children. So my firstborn, her name is Funke Koka. She's 30. So I actually have a child that lives in Nigeria. She's 30. And my second child, her name is Ifoma Egwaoje. She's another, I won't tell you her age, she's 20-something. So I have 2 kids before I then have Michael and Sophie. Because people keep asking me today that I put a little girl's picture, who is she? I said, it's my granddaughter. And they're like, who? Don't tell me Michael has had a baby. I'm like, no, I have a daughter, my bigger daughter. How come? When? So I have 2 adopted daughters. And Funke is on tonight, and I absolutely love both of them. And so is Ifoma. Ifoma is, she's always supporting me. That one, anything I ask her to do, she doesn't even say no. So, yeah. And Sister Buki, I already greeted her before from NOJ. So, thank you, everyone. And TJ, Tunji Inyu, Ade Tunji Inyu is watching me tonight. Thank God for annual leave. You're on annual leave, so you can watch me tonight. Thank God. So, thank you very much. Let me see. Yes. I think that's it for tonight. I will love you and leave you and sign out. Don't jealous me. Before I came to the studio, I made some nice mackerel sauce. So I'm going home to eat my mackerel sauce and fry some yam. So I'll go and enjoy the rest of my evening. And I hope you enjoy your evening too. Signing out with lots of love. I'll see you next week, same time. I'm going to have the hot Sister Chioma. This lady is full of wisdom. I'm sure you've heard her speak before on the phone. She'll be sitting with me on this chair. And we're going to be, dealing with the questions. So expect Sister Chioma next week. Thank you. Good night and God bless. Anything?